One, two, one, two, three. Well, I've got my little generator up here. It hasn't run in 2 or 3 years, so I really kind of let it go. Normally, I would drain all the gas out of it, but it's got a little bit of gas in there. It's been in there for 2 or 3 years. It needs draining out, and I need to change the oil in it and replace the spark plug. I'm sure both of those, I don't think the oil's ever been changed in it, and it's, like I said, it's 3 or 4 years old. I'll try to clean it up just a little bit. I got me some rags and try to clean it up a little bit, make sure there ain't no spiders hanging around in there, and just trying to get it back going. I got some use for it, so yeah, there's my wrench. Okay, she's got 53.6 hours on it. The only time we've ever really used this thing is when a hurricane come through a couple of times. And it's got, like I said, it's got the 2 outlets, or it's actually 4 outlets. Regular plug in. It's got a twist lock 120 plug in it. So I need to change the oil in it. Like I said, I don't think I've ever changed the oil in it. I'll go ahead and tell you right off the bat, right here, right now, that's the wrong tool for the job. Just not enough room in there to get it with that little adjustable wrench. That's the drain plug for the oil, and you got to open it up and drain all the oil out of it. No, I'm going to strip it out if I don't stop it. So we need to go get the right tool for the right job and not have to do all this straining and possibly stripping out a nut and bolt here and there. So let's get the right wrench. What do you say? And what is the right tool? That's it right there, an extension for your socket. You can get in there and just pop it loose, and once it breaks free, you can just about take it loose with your fingers. See, once it's broke free, once the bolt is broke free, then let's look and see how nice and pretty and clear and this oil is going to be. This old used oil that's been sitting in there running 53 hours. Hold on. Boom. Oh, ain't that pretty? That's the prettiest, cleanest oil you ever see in your life. I'd know better than to leave that oil in there that long. I should have changed that oil a long time ago. But we're fitting to put some good stuff back in it. I got some synthetic oil we're going to put back in it. But like I said, I got that drain pan underneath there, and I'll let it drain all the way out completely. All right, so the oil is all out of it. It's drained out. Let's put the plug back in it and put some fresh oil in there. But the one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to over tighten that little that plug. Once you get it in there kind of firm, you just take your socket wrench like I got right here, and you just tighten it up good and firm. It's not going to leak oil right there as long as you don't over tighten it, because you can't strip that little hole out that it screws into, and then you would be in a mess. But it's in there. Let's go put some good oil in it. All right, we're going to put this kind of oil back in it, Valvoline. Now, I've always liked Valvoline. Valvoline's always been good oil to me. This is where it's going in at. That's where I got my funnel stuck in at. And it's Valvoline 530 synthetic motor oil. All right, there. That's where it's going. It goes right into the drain, not the drain plug, but the fill plug. It's got the little gauge that lets you know if you're low in oil and everything. Dipstick, there we go. Now, I know you're probably wondering, how much oil goes in this thing? Well, here you go. Oil capacity, 600 milliliters. And that's exactly what I put in there. Now, as you can see, I'm having to run that electrical cord all the way from my house, all the way down here. So that's why another reason I'd like to get this thing back running so I can have power out here where I'm at. That right there has a name, and its name is Game Changer. Oh my gosh.
Looks like it may be carburetor time. Crap. And I got the new gas in, and it cranked up for a minute there, then it shut off, and I can't get it to crank back up. I don't know what the deal is with it. I guess it's carburetor though. because I haven't done anything to the carburetor, and it had all that old gas in it too. I drained all the fluid, all the gas out of the carburetor, and water if there was any water in there. But I know it's not the gas. The gas is fresh. The air filter's clean. It's got a new spark plug. It's got new motor oil. Changed the oil in the motor. So, I know that ain't it. I know that's not it. So about all that's left is the carburetor, and I haven't messed with it at all. I thought I was in good shape, man. That thing started spittering and spattering. It wasn't even doing that before I changed the gas. So I know the gas has probably gotten in there, and I've drained the water out of it. I've drained it, you know. Oh no, that's probably my next step. Well, I tried to get it stirring. Like I said, I think it's the carburetor. I didn't mess with the carburetor at all because that thing can be a little tricky. I don't know if I want to take it apart, clean it up, put it back together, or just order another one. Because I don't know how much trouble it's going to be to get it apart and put it back together. But I had high hopes for this generator getting started today, but it didn't happen. They weren't high in the sky apple pie hopes, but they were pretty big hopes. So we may have to do this one another weekend or something. Take this thing apart and see what we can find, or replace it. I'm gonna price them. I don't know how expensive they are. If they're too expensive, I'll just take this one apart and try to fix it. But if they're, not too terribly expensive, I may just order another one and hope I get the right one. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do probably, but I'm gonna check out some prices. If they're not too terribly expensive, I'll just replace it and hope I get the right one again, like I said.